Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amara. This is Tarot by Amara. Thank you all who have been subscribing and liking my videos. Your support means a lot to me and the growth of this channel. So today's pick a card reading was subscriber requested from last week. I did a poll and it was really close, like literally 50-50. We're gonna do their hidden feelings for you today. So the person on your mind, we are going to look into their hidden thoughts and feelings. So feelings that you don't know about, feelings that they're probably keeping inside, and their friends don't know, their family don't know. These are feelings that, is sort of buried within your person's heart. That's my intention while going into this video. So I do want to put a little disclaimer. This is not going to be for all of you, so please keep that in mind. This is a general reading, so please only take what resonates and leave the rest. So please keep that in mind. We have 3 piles in front of us. Pile number 1, you have this courtship card. Pile number 2, you have main female. And pile number 3, you have expectation. So take a moment to pause the video, think about your person, connect with the energy of these cards. Make sure you take a couple deep breaths before choosing your card, and I will see you guys in your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to look into the person on your mind, and we're going to look into their hidden thoughts and feelings for you. We're going to go straight into the tarot, and then I'm going to pull some oracle cards, so there's no energy check-in today. But let's look at this beautiful courtship card that you guys chose so you guys can get a little closer look at this. So the energy that I'm picking up with this card feels like either you or this person is thinking about what the other person is doing and what you're up to. I feel like this person's thoughts about you, the first thing that I saw when I looked at this card, or the first thing I heard, sorry, is pile number 1 seeing somebody else. And this could be a very like mirrored energy. So like you could also be thinking about, are they seeing anyone else, right? They're thinking, are you seeing anyone else? Because courtship talks about dating. And, this feels very much like either you or them is sort of putting themselves out there again, or socializing or thinking about dating other people. But this is what's the energy of like what's coming through with your person and what they're feeling. So it feels very much like, okay, well, if pile 1 is seeing somebody else, or is like dating, I should be doing the same, right? It feels like this pile, the energy that's coming through is like assumptions, right? Without having any other information, the two of you are just like assuming things about one another. So I'm gonna give my deck a quick shuffle, but it that happens, right? Especially if you're dealing with someone who is like, if those of you are in like separation, no contact, and you really have no idea what is going on with this person and they have no idea what is going on with you, it feels very much like you're gonna create scenarios in your head, you're gonna create assumptions. So yeah, that's what's coming through for you guys. So let's see, pile number 1, what are your person's hidden thoughts and feelings about you? Yeah. Oh my god. Like literally exactly what I was saying. They think that you've moved on. They think that you're moving on. They think that just your back is turned towards them, away from them, and you're moving on. That's what they think. So let's see what else comes through. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups. So, your person's hidden feelings about you. I'm just gonna make sure you guys are able to see that. So, this person strongly feels like you have moved on from them. And I'm seeing that clearly here in these cards, especially with the Six of Swords and the Devil in reverse. It feels like you've definitely distanced yourself from this person, and they can feel it, right? They can feel the separation. They can feel that maybe I feel like there's someone here has said out loud that they have moved on, right? So either them, I feel like they've told somebody that, like out loud, like, oh, they've moved on, talking about pile number one. Or you could have said to a friend or someone here in your life personally, where I keep just getting the image of they moved on. So I think the both of you, there's an energy here of daydreaming and fantasizing, especially with the Knight of Cups, where this person is really in a dream state, right? They're definitely feeling a lot for you. They're definitely wondering what you're up to. That's coming through quite strongly. There's this need to want to communicate with you. It feels like they want to express something here with the Knight of Swords, but I think that they don't want to make any kind of quick decision right now. They don't want to make any kind of impulsive actions. And this is because they have no idea what it is you're thinking about, right? They have no idea what is going on in your mind. So they're sitting there in their feelings about what's going on with you without really like taking any kind of action or just asking you straight up, right? Because the Knight of Cups as this overall energy is very dreamy. It's very I like to see the Knight of Cups as someone who is like an artist. Okay, that's coming through. This is someone who's a really good writer or creative. I'm getting painter for some of you, but this is someone who's very good with their hands. But this is a daydreamer, right? So I think that your person right now, how they're expressing these hidden feelings is all very internal, which is so strange because I keep picturing someone here who is working with their hands. So I'm getting for some of you, this is someone who could do like woodwork or like they're very handsy. So painters, I'm getting even like someone who does pottery. This is someone who is an artist. So you would think that the way that they express themselves would be quite, I wouldn't say it's clear, okay? This is someone who's if they do communicate with you, it's not going to be a clear communication. It's going to be very lovey-dovey, but through all that lovey-dovey, you wouldn't be able to find out what is it that they actually want or what they think, right? This is someone who definitely who goes back and forth with the Two of Coins, juggling their feelings and their thoughts. It's like back and forth, back and forth. It's like, oh, I think one thing, but my heart tells me another. So your person is very indecisive right now. That they're showing up as someone who is unable to make a decision. They feel a lot. I feel strongly that you're dealing with someone who has feelings for you, but is unable to articulate them or express them. They don't know which route to take, right? Because if you look at these two energies, two knights are very different. The Knight of Swords is all about fast, quick, direct communication, but the Knight of Cups is more so, here's my cup of love, here's something. It's like an emotional offer, right? This person, I'm just keep getting an image of like their brain. I know it sounds so weird, but I'm getting someone who's like brain, like the like imagine this. Imagine someone's brain, right? And one side is all words, right? And the other side is all like water, if that makes sense. So you could be dealing with someone who has like water and air sign placements. I don't know. But it feels very much like this is someone who does not know how to express their feelings. And you could have experienced this firsthand with the connection itself or with the partnership. You could have felt like this person 1 minute is talking to you, and then the next minute like completely detaches and somehow goes internal or goes quiet. This is an imbalance. Okay, there's an imbalance here, which I see clearly with the Four of Wands. Okay, it makes you feel this, it makes the connection feel unstable when one person is not able to communicate clearly what is it that they want, right? So yeah, that's coming through quite strongly. Now the Five of Swords in reverse and the Two of Coins talks about, wanting some sort of resolution, some sort of end to a conflict here, end to some sort of drama. This person is kind of going back and forth as to how to come forward in terms of ending this conflict, right? So I feel like for you, pile number one, their hidden feelings has a lot to do with two things. Assumption, okay? So this is what is going on in their mind, what they're thinking about you in their mind, right? Creating scenarios, creating assumptions, right? That is what's going on in their head. And also, what's coming through is this is someone who is having a hard time thinking and feeling in terms of how to approach you and this connection again. If, let's say, the Five of Swords, let's say the both of you drop your swords, the fighting is done, there's no communication, there's nothing going on. This person does not know how to approach this situation. Okay, this could be someone who doesn't have a lot of relationship experience. I'm not seeing a king here, I'm seeing a knight. So this is someone who could be an unstable figure in your life. So meaning they come in and out. Because I see there's some sort of instability here in your partnership. And I think it has a lot to do centered around communication, as do many relationships. But this is someone who is unsure of how to approach this right now. Okay, so let's continue. I'm curious as to know what else comes through about their hidden feelings. And that's another thing, because I have another message that's coming through. Because this is someone who, we're talking about hidden feelings, right? So this person even is unable to express what they feel about you to other people. And I think that that's also causing some sort of internal conflict where they're, again, struggling to express themselves and articulate their feelings, right? So let's say, for example, they're having a conversation with their best friend, right? Let's say their best friend asks them, hey, how is pile number one doing? Where's your relationship at? What is, what's going on with the two of you? Your person is unable to have a clear answer. They don't know. They themselves do not know. And I've never actually picked up on this energy before, but I keep picturing someone here who is unable to speak or talk clearly. But yeah, that's the energy that's coming through. It's like they're keeping all their feelings and thoughts inside. And what's funny is that if they have really good friends, if they have good family, and they're able to talk to their friends and family about you, I feel like their friends and family would be able to support them, would be able to help them, articulate their feelings. And because I'm seeing something here, I would love to see the Ace of Swords come out, which talks about a clear breakthrough in communication. But I feel like what's happening with your person is everything is so jumbled. Everything is so unable to come out clearly, right? I'm getting the meme. This is so specific, but you guys know that meme with the scientist? He's doing a bunch of math. It's from a show. I think it's from, oh my god, what's that show? I've never watched it, but I recognize the actor. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia or something like that? I don't know where it's from, but it's basically the scientist looking guy or this kid who, there's a bunch of math on the chalkboard and they're trying to figure out what it means. That's the kind of energy that's coming through with your person. It's I think they're going a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they're going a little crazy. They're trying not to, because the Page of Swords in reverse, this is someone who has no information on you. This is someone who, it's like their grasp of you is like unattainable. They can't reach you somehow. So maybe you're like, you're not on social media, you've gone cold, you've gone distance, you're mysterious. They're unable to get a hold of you somehow, and it's driving them crazy, I think. Or it's making them feel even more indecisive about what to do in the situation, right? I'm getting for some of you, this person told you that they need to think. I'm getting that clearly. I'm getting someone saying, like, let's say the two of you were in an argument with this Five of Swords, right? Let's say the two of you were in some sort of conflict, and this person, either over the phone or in person or whatever, told you, I need to think, and then completely disappeared. Right? Yeah, I'm getting someone who said, I need to think, and then just didn't decide on anything. It's like they just completely disappeared. This could have been like a ghosting situation for some of you. For some of you, I'm getting that this could have been like, with this courtship card, this could have been someone that was like a connection that's very new. But obviously take it how it resonates. For a lot of you, this could be like someone that you've known for quite some time. So let's see what else comes through here. Their hidden feelings. King of Coins. Queen of Cups. Oh, they definitely miss you. We have the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, heartbreak. Good. Judgment. That's what I want to see. Good. This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see, okay? They definitely, with the Three of Swords and the Three of Cups, though, it feels like I'm still getting heavily that, like, there could be, you could have moved on, right? Three of Cups, this also talks about dating and you know, community of people, friends, and the courtship card paired with that. It's definitely telling me that maybe you did move on. Maybe they did. Maybe they do have some sort of inkling that you're seeing someone else, or there could be another person involved somehow. Okay, only take it if it resonates. But Judgment card, good. They're going to have a realization. They're going to have an epiphany about this connection, which is what we want to see, right? Three of Swords. Right now, though, they're keeping this pain inside. They miss you. They're feeling the heartbreak of this connection and this partnership. They're, with the Six of Cups, they're thinking about, you know, the past a lot. This is someone who's reflecting on your relationship. They're trying to find answers. Because the King of Coins, this is King of Coins, Queen of Cups. This is a good match to me. This is water and earth sign energy. This is a good pair, right? If this person is the King of Cups, right? King of Coins. I would love to see the King of Cups, but this is the King of Coins. Again, someone who's very focused on material things, success. They're very stable in terms of their finances, and their, you know, work life seems good. Again, I was getting someone who's very handy. So this person could be a really good, like, business person. But when I look at this King of Coins, I'm getting someone who is, again, closing their emotions off. A lot of people in their life don't know what is going on with your person. They have no idea how they're feeling about you, meaning the people in their life have no idea the pain that they're going through inside, right, about you and this connection. No one knows. Literally, no one knows. They're keeping this to themselves. Again, hidden feelings, right? Maybe they want to show up to the world as someone who is not affected by romance and love or whatever in dating, right? They kind of want to be the one to, and this is the energy that's coming through with this King of Coins. They kind of want to be the one who seems like they're cool and unaffected and, you know, whatever. But inside, right, internally, they love you. They have deep, deep feelings for you, especially if they're looking at you as the Queen of Cups here. This is someone who has really strong feelings for you, and they're feeling the heartbreak of this connection. They are, absolutely. But nobody knows about it. Eventually, though, I'm seeing this person come through there's some sort of breakthrough here that's going to happen with your person where they're going to have to make a decision, right? Especially if the two of you have unfinished business. Okay, and that's something that you know personally for yourself, whether or not you have unfinished business with this person. If you have unfinished business with this person and they said that they need to think and they never gave you an answer, you will get the answer that you receive. And I'm hoping that it's a clear, direct communication. I like that the Knight of Cups went back in the deck because I feel like the energy of this reading, the way it's going, I think eventually this person is going to come to a huge realization and come to you and express their feelings towards you, right? There's something here about with the Devil in the reverse card here. This person's behavior in the past, I feel like, caused a lot of instability in your partnership. It feels like they're kind of in and out, like lack of communication, whatever it may be, caused like problems. It caused drama. I see that sort of ending, right? I see this Judgment card peeking through here. I feel like things are about to get clearer. Okay, things are about to clear up with your person. So let's pull some oracle cards here and see what else is going on with them, what else they're thinking and feeling. So we have unfounded fear. They are afraid to trust and get hurt. The illusion is keeping them locked in, anxiety, unable to... Yeah, okay. Illusions. They have illusions, you guys. That's the assumption. Their assumptions about you and how you're feeling is causing them to not act upon their feelings, right? They're... Sorry about the glare. Yeah, they're so, like, they're creating scenarios and, like... I'm getting someone who, like, at night, like, they're in bed, right? And because I think throughout the day, I think they bury their pain. They bury their feelings throughout the day, how they show up at work, how they show up with their friends and family. This is someone who, like, doesn't want people to know what's going on with them emotionally. And maybe, okay, I'm getting this for some of you, maybe they come from a background, like immigrant families. I come from an immigrant family, and, like, you know, we don't really talk about our feelings. That's not a thing. So maybe your person has, like, they come from a family where, like, talking about your feelings is, like, looked down upon, or, like, even depression or heartbreak or whatever this person is going through, they were told to just kind of let it go and, like, not address their feelings. So that's coming through strongly. But yeah, again, this person at night, I feel like when they're laying in bed, they create these assumptions about you that aren't true. It's an illusion, right? Because if you think about it, this person has no idea what's going on with you and how you feel. So what they're doing is that they're laying in bed, they're thinking about, oh, pile number one's starting to see other people. Pile number one moved on, right? They're creating, like, stuff that's making it worse, right? So let's see what else comes through. Unseen factors. There's more to this love story, though you cannot see it now. There's still much more to unfold. Yeah, especially with the Judgment card, I feel like there's things that you don't fully understand yet. Like, you yourself don't have all the facts and answers, right? Maybe you have no idea what's going on with this person either. Maybe, you know, your perception is similar, where it's like, you know, you tell yourself, oh, my person has moved on. They've moved on, right? Because again, they're showing up as the King of Coins. This is how they present themselves to the world. So you don't know what's going on with them internally, right? I mean, now you do, but let's see what else comes through. Stuck in a loop. A pattern, what did I say earlier? A pattern has become familiar to them, and they're wanting to break free from the same loop they keep repeating. Again, so that's that kind of in and out, that's that devil energy, in and out, back and forth, in and out of your life, you know. They're kind of like, this stuck in a loop is very indecisive, right? This is someone who is unable to get out of the loop, right? This reminds me of the the Two of Coins here, you can see with the water and the ship, the wind, right? There's a certain energy here with your person where they're unable to come out of this indecisiveness. Investigating. They're secretly snooping around and asking friends about you in order to see if you're dating someone new. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that? Oh my god, I love when spirit just clearly, yeah, they're wondering about you. They're trying to find, that's that Page of Swords, right? They're trying to find out what is going on with you, because it's, if they feel like it's going to help them bring clarity about how they feel about you, right? So that's what they're trying to do. It's like they're trying to find information. They're trying to grasp any kind of information they have to help them gain clarity, but it's not working. Oh my god. Okay, so we have toxicity. Their toxic friendships are creating distance between you two and preventing them from seeing the purity of your soul. So for some of you, not for all of you, but for some of you, there could be, that's that kind of Three of Cups energy that was peeking through, right? Especially with that courtship card, like external factors being involved somehow, other people's opinions, right? I feel like this person could also be, you know, worried about other people's opinions. Like if they were to express and articulate their hidden feelings about you to other people, they're not going to like the answer that they receive. Again, that's that toxicity. I'm getting, for some of you, this energy has a lot to do with the family that I was picking up on, where you're like not allowed to talk about your feelings. For that's toxic, right? That's toxic. So this person is dealing with, you know, that's why they're so shut off. That's why they're unable to express their feelings. That's why we go back and forth from the Knight of Cups to the Knight of Swords, because this is someone who doesn't know how to express their feelings. They weren't taught how to do that, right? They were told to keep it inside. So that's what they're doing now. They're keeping their feelings inside, but it needs to get out somehow. Especially if they're an artist, it needs to come out, okay? And they're very attracted to you. They're very, very, very attracted to you. And at the bottom of the deck, we have family tree. There's cultural differences, different values, beliefs, or traditions that pose a challenge to this connection. So for some of you, that's that family energy coming through again, where it's like, you know, other people's opinions are involved somehow. You know, they don't want to, you know, talk about you with your family because they're worried about opinions, this and that. This person, so we also have Justice, okay? They're trying to do the right thing by offering you something more solid and giving it careful consideration. So this is someone who is eventually gonna have their own breakthrough. They're gonna have their own breakthrough. The more time passes, they're gonna have their own realization. They're gonna have their own clarity, okay? They're not gonna find it by investigating. They're not gonna find it with their toxic family members or friends. They're not gonna find it in this stuck in a loop back and forth, right? They're gonna find it through their through them understanding their own emotions and feelings, okay? They need to check themselves. They need to be honest with them. And maybe for some of you, this form of expression, right, before, you know, even reaching out with you, because they don't want to repeat a pattern. They don't want that devil card energy, right? They don't want to do the whole back and forth, in and out energy anymore. They need to get clear about what they want, okay? So that's coming through strongly. And we have gesture, so you can expect some kind of gesture to help strengthen your connection, give them a chance to prove themselves. So there's something here about your person coming through again, right? With maybe a solid offer, with justice, again, doing right by you. You're going to get the answers you deserve. You're going to get all the clarity you deserve out of this, okay? So, pal number one, I really, really hope that resonated with you. Please like and subscribe. That helps the growth of my channel. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can do so by clicking with the link in my description. I offer many different kinds of readings, so if you want to book a reading with me, you can do that by purchasing with the link below. Thank you guys for being here, and I hope to see you guys in another reading. Bye! Hello, pal number two. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to your reading, all about your person. We're gonna look into their hidden feelings today. While I was shuffling the tarot deck, I saw the moon and the Eight of Cups. So I feel like this person has a lot of hidden feelings for you. they could have walked away from you. You could have walked away from them, but there was someone here walked away, that's for sure. Anyway, that being said, we're going to go straight into the tarot, and then we're going to pull some oracle cards to get more clarity and insight on your connection. But let's look at this beautiful main female card. I'm going to pull it closer so you can see. So roses could be significant in your connection. Valentine's Day is coming up. That could be significant to your connection. But there's something here about flowers and smelling nice. This is someone who really likes you, okay? They have a lot of love for you. They definitely consider you to be, I'm getting for some of you, I'm literally getting the one. So like the song The One is coming through by Taylor Swift. You could have been the one, it would have been fun. Yeah. So for a lot of you, this is a deep connection, a deep soul connection. I feel like that's coming through. Someone very significant in your life. I don't think this is like a newer connection. This is someone who's been in your life for quite some time. Whether it didn't work out or it did work out or whatever the case may be, this is someone who has a lot of admiration towards you. They're very grateful to you. You are kind of like their main person, their main female. So if you are a feminine watching, this is someone who loves the way that you smell. They're very attracted to your body, your hair. They are obsessed with everything about you, especially your scent. I keep getting something about fragrance coming through. So I don't know if some of you wear like a rose perfume or some sort of floral perfume. They love it. But yeah, this is someone who also considers you to be very special to them. So that's coming through strongly. Yeah. And I feel like for a lot of you, you might wonder, right? Especially if this is someone who walked away from you, you wonder if they even cared, right? If they even loved you, if they even liked you at all, because they walked away for whatever reason. It feels like you needed that clarification that they are attracted to you, that they did love you, that they did care about you, right? You were their main female. Again, I'm getting you were the one. You could have been the one that got away. You could have been, I just keep getting the song The One by Taylor Swift. So that's coming through strongly. Something about the 1920s. Because she says, and you can look, these cards are very like 1920s-ish. There's a lyric in the song where she's like roaring 20s or something like that. So the 20s could be significant. I'm getting Great Gatsby. I don't know. Some of you guys needed to hear that. So, okay. Pile number 2. What are your person's hidden thoughts and feelings about you right now? Ooh, oh, geez. Oh, okay. They're feeling a lot. They're feeling a lot. I'm just going to take the one that flipped over, which was the 3 of Cups. Eight of Cups, yeah. Someone walked away. Now they're wanting to come back. Okay, that's coming through. That kind of came out in reverse, but I'll see if I want to, depending on where the message goes, I'll see if I want to like, what I'm getting, I feel like that makes the storyline from what I'm getting right now makes more sense if that's in reverse right now. Okay, so let's see. I'm getting, I won't give up on us. Na, na, na. I think that's Jason Mraz, that song, right? Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Wands. Okay. This is someone who has done a lot of introspection, okay? This is someone who has done the reflection, they've done the hermit mode, and I actually think they're wanting a rebirth here in this connection. They're wanting to I don't want to use the word reconciliation because I feel like that's obviously not going to be for all of you. I just saw 555 on the clock, so there is a big change happening here with your connection. For some of you, that could be reconciliation. We do have a Three of Cups, but I see this is more so of like this person coming through as like a realization. There's something here about a shift in energy. So I don't want to use the word reconciliation. For some of you, that could be the case where you do reconcile. But right now, with these energies of these cards, it's telling me that this is someone who is having like a breakthrough moment. With the Judgment card and the Hanged Man, this is someone who has just gone through some sort of internal transformation, right? They just had a huge epiphany. This is someone who spent a lot of time in reflection as to, with the Six of Coins here in reverse, this is someone who started to recognize where they were putting their energy, right? Because it feels like something here wasn't reciprocated. There wasn't an equal give and take in this partnership. Whether it was coming from them or you, this person took a pause. For whatever reason, they walked away, right? You'll know why yourself internally, intuitively, you'll know why this person walked away. But it feels like when they walked away, the aftermath was very intense for them. So they were going through an internal battle, essentially, with their feelings for you. For some of you, I'm getting this could have been like a forbidden love situation. I don't know why that's coming through. But for some reason, it feels like I can't have pile number two. This person, for some reason, is telling themselves that they couldn't have you or it wasn't working out for some reason. Whatever scenario fits for you. But the energy that's coming through is like this person essentially gave up and walked away. But the energy that's coming through is this is someone who's kind of trying to understand why they did that. Because now I keep getting, I won't give up on us. So this person's perspective has changed. Whatever had happened between the two of you, whatever they said, whatever they did, whatever caused them to walk away, with the Hanged One here, the Hanged Man, this talks about a perspective change. So they took the time to think about why this didn't work out or what the reason was, why, it wasn't an equal give and take, or why they chose to give up. They have reflected, right? The Death card in reverse and the Eight of Cups in reverse, this tells me that there's a possible rebirth in this connection, okay? This is someone who's essentially coming back from the dead. I feel like they've gone, even though the cards aren't showing me like a huge, like if the Tower was here, wow, crazy. That would be like, the storyline that's coming through in my head. I think this person has gone through something really, really transformative, spiritually, emotionally, maybe even for some of you physically. Something happened with your person where it shook up their life. There's some sort of fated change here with the Wheel of Fortune happening. I think they want to communicate this with you with the Knight of Wands. This person could come forward and ask you out on a date. They want to get together somehow and celebrate. There's some sort of good change, I think, because the Three of Cups is celebratory, right? So there is some sort of good change happening in your person's life that they want to tell you about. Um, for some reason, I'm getting surface level. I keep getting surface level from your person. Because we're looking at hidden feelings, right? Hidden deep feelings for you, right? I don't know why that's not coming through. Your person is like, there's something about them not wanting to fully give you the full picture about how they feel yet. I don't know why that's coming through. What the hell? Two of Wands, they're planning something. They're planning something. There is more to your person than they let on. There's a lot more to your person than they show the world that they show you. This is someone who's very strategic. They don't want me to know. Why? We'll pull more, but let me get my thoughts together again. Yeah, this is someone who has a lot more depth than they let on. They're a lot deeper. Um, I think if that's the case, right? They're your perfect match. I keep getting perfect match. In the past, maybe not. I think in the past there was something here about your connection where there's like this imbalance, or there wasn't like this equal give and take, or maybe the two of you were kind of opposites but also very similar in some sort of sense. Um and now this person has gone through something very, very spiritual, something very intense, that has now shifted their perspective on this connection, how they feel about you. Now they're like, this is my person. um I think this person is now recognizing you as the one. Whether or not you agree, whether or not you also think that they're the one, they view you as the one. But now it's all a matter of like, this is why they're planning, right? Because especially if you resonate with the song The One, and you reflect and you're like, oh, I think that that was my person, that was the one for me. I know it deep in my soul that pile number two person, right? Maybe you tell yourself, this was my person, they were the one. Maybe they also, right? Your person also tells themselves this, right? They tell themselves, oh, pal number two was the one for me. So if you're connecting with that energy of like reminiscing and being like, oh, it would have been so much fun if they were the one, how this person is backtracking and wanting to reconnect, or wanting to, I don't think they want you to know about this reconnection. We have the Two of Wands. They're planning something. That's what I was picking up on. They don't want you to know. For some reason, they don't want you to know that they are wanting to come back somehow. They don't want to. They kind of want to like. It's like they want to backtrack and clear up something maybe that they said or did, or there's some sort of planning going on here. Okay, so I think this person could be planning a date, a phone call, a text. They're planning something. All right, let's pull some more cards here. What is going on? What is their hidden thoughts and feelings? Four of Cups. Six of Wands. Nice. Nice. I like to see the King of Cups. I like to see the King of Cups. We have the Five of Coins at the bottom of the deck and the Ten of Cups. Guys, they don't want you to know that this is how they feel about you. They don't want to give you any kind of inclination. It's like they want to surprise you. They're worried that you're not going to receive them. okay? They're with the Six of Wands in the reverse and the Four of Cups. They think that you're kind of completely checked out. They think that you don't want anything to do with them, that, you know, you're bored, you don't want any kind of reconnection here with them. For some of you. This person is, on a deeper level, they're lonely. They're lonely without you. They feel lost. They feel like they're missing something here. They're missing their sidekick. Not in a weird way. When I say sidekick, I don't mean like you were some sort of side chick. No. That's not the energy that's coming through. I saw 555 again on the clock. So again, big change is coming. Sidekick meaning you were their best friend. Maybe that's something that you expressed to one another, like you were my best friend. Maybe some of you, this was a friendship that turned into a partnership. But I'm getting that this is someone who really truly misses you and misses your energy, but they don't want to tell you this. This is why it's a hidden feeling. The King of Cups, not great at expressing their feelings, okay? I wouldn't say that the King of Cups is someone who's like closed off, but they're good at keeping their emotions hidden when they need to, right? They don't want to tell you any of this right now. I feel like they want to keep it a surprise, because I feel like whatever it is celebratory, right? We have the Three of Cups. So this is someone who kind of wants to pop back in a good way, in a positive. With 10 of Cups, they see a future with you. They don't want to tell you that, though. They see a future. You could have been the one. The World, yeah, you could live at a distance. But this is a new cycle that's happening between you and your person, okay? Whether or not you want them back or what, to be honest, like, you have free will. I'm just here delivering, you know, what your person's feelings are right now. Again, they feel like you're not going to receive them, like you're not going to want to take them back, or, you know, there's something here where your person's worried about it not being successful. Okay, there's something here about this person not wanting to fail in this partnership. Maybe they come from like divorced family or something, or a broken home, but this person wants this connection to be successful. They want a positive outcome, is what's coming through. And they've had this realization. They've connected with their feelings. They've connected spiritually. They've gone through some really big change, right? And they want to talk about it. They want to come back into your life somehow. They want to work on this partnership. They want to reconnect here. They want to talk about the future. That's coming through. That's very important. Talking about the future is very, very important in this connection, because it feels like either one of you is kind of reminiscing about why it didn't work out, or the what ifs, because you lacked some sort of communication about the future. But this person sees a future with you. They want a future with you. Now, how they're going to backtrack again into, like, logistically, right? How this reconnection is going to happen, I don't know. I see the Two of Wands here, which tells me that they're planning something. They're thinking about it, right? They have ideas, but I don't know what that is. It's going to resonate differently for all of you. So for some of you, maybe it's like text to reach out or hang out, and then it moves forward somehow. I don't know all the logistics about it, but I do know that they are planning something here. Okay, so let's pull some oracle cards here. Lack of faith. Leaving you out in the cold has been one of their biggest regrets, which has made them lose hope in the situation. Yeah, they had doubts. They had doubts about this connection. Maybe that's why they walked away. Again, this is what happens when you lack communication in relationships, right? When you lack communication, when you're not speaking honestly about the future and your feelings, it leads to nowhere. It's not good, right? Anxiously waiting. They search for you in everything, feel you everywhere, always in the back of their mind, hoping they run into you. That just landed on the 5 of Coins. This person is lonely. They're definitely lonely without you. They're feeling sad. Passion ignited. Their intense sexual desire towards you is making it hard for them to know the difference between lust and love. So they do find you very, very attractive here. Especially with the Knight of Wands. This is someone who definitely, again, with that main, what did I say in the beginning of your intro? They like your scent. They're attracted to your body. They love your hair. Especially if you're a feminine, they're very attracted to you. Serendipity. They're leaving things up to chance and hoping the universe will intervene and bring the two of you together. Oh my God, what did I say? Plotting. Yeah. They're stepping up their game to get your attention because they know you have plenty of other options. So plotting, planning. They're planning something here. They're very strategic. So we have two cards here. We have children. Children are affecting this connection. Be patient and allow them to resolve things for the highest good of all. So this to me is like inner child, right? You don't necessarily have to have children with this person, but there is something here about the two of you connecting with your inner child. It's going to help you gain clarity on this connection, okay? Especially if you have wounds from your childhood, that's coming through. And then we have the witch. They see how powerful and magical you are, and sometimes they wonder if you have them under a love spell. So yeah, again, very attractive, very, very attractive to you, okay? I feel like this person is planning on, I feel like there's two things. One, they're wanting some sort of sign, right? Intuitively, they're wanting, they don't know how they're going to fully backtrack yet. Because we saw the Eight of Cups and the Death card in reverse, so that talks about a rebirth, right? And a new cycle happening in this connection. They're wanting to revisit this connection somehow, but logistically they don't know all the details yet as to how they're going to do that. But I see them plotting something here. They're very attracted to you. Yeah. And they're feeling lonely without you. They're feeling sad. They just don't know how you're going to receive them, right? So, okay. So pile number 2, I really, really hope that resonated with you. Thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe. That helps the growth of my channel. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can do so by clicking with the link in my description and purchasing a reading from me. But thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you guys in another reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to your reading. We're going to look into your person and their hidden feelings for you. We're going to go straight into the tarot, and then we're going to pull some oracle cards. We're not going to do an energy check-in today. But let's look at this expectation card. I'm going to pull it closer so you guys can see here. So the energy that's coming through for you guys with this card feels like you're in a period of waiting, okay? Both you and your person are, I think, searching for answers about each other. You're searching for some sort of clarity, okay? You're probably waiting on each other, right? You could be waiting to communicate, or they could be waiting for you to communicate. It feels very much like the both of you are in this kind of mirrored waiting energy. You're in a waiting period, right? And I think the energy that's coming through, it's all about how you handle the waiting, right? So I'm actually getting the energy from you feels very calm. It doesn't feel anxious. I feel like your person here, their hidden feelings, the energy that's coming through, it feels anxious from their side. And yeah, it feels your person, how they're handling this waiting period, instead of introspection and, reflecting, it feels anxious. I don't know how to describe it. We're going to pull tarot to see, but it feels like the way the both of you are handling this kind of waiting, it's manifesting differently into your lives. You could resonate with like divine counterpart stuff, like that kind of label, like divine feminine, divine masculine. Maybe some of you resonate with like the twin flame journey or something like that. That's coming through, but you're in a waiting period right now. And it feels, how do I describe it? It feels for you calm. It feels for them intense. So I'm going to give this one more quick shuffle. The Devil card almost popped out. So I feel like there's something here about an attachment or a certain pattern of behavior. that isn't helping this person act on love is what's coming through. So pile number 3, your person's hidden feelings about you right now. Hidden thoughts and feelings. Some of you guys are really waiting on communication from this person. Ooh. Ooh. Do I want to take these? I'll take them. Okay. So, pile number 3. The energy that I'm getting from your person right now is that... Oh, that's so interesting. Hold on, let me... the way that I place these cards, I don't know if you guys can see, but look at the way the moons are here. That's so pretty. I just... I feel like there's a message here, so you can see the way the differences in these cards, okay? We have the Fool card, and we have the Four of Swords, and you can see how the moon is sort of guiding this person, especially with the King of Cups. The moon is guiding them, okay? Lots of moon energy here, lots of feelings, okay? So they have strong feelings for you, pile number 3. That is clear as day. This person has very, very intense feelings for you. We only have 2 cards here in reverse. So we have the 10 of Cups and the Ace of Wands in reverse. This person, there's a blockage in terms of expressing how they feel. I think this person is going through something that you don't know about, where they're feeling not fulfilled in their life. They're needing to find fulfillment outside of this connection. Okay, that's very, very significant. This person sees long-term success with you. They see a future. With the 10 of Coins, okay, they see success and they think that you are, they think that you are essentially like their match. I think they look to you as guidance. I think that you're kind of like their moon. You're like their moon guiding them. You're always with them. Right? You're always with them, no matter what. And it might feel like you're not. Right? There's something here with that expectation card. You know, she's looking out the window thinking about her person, right? That's your energy here, where you're sitting by the window reflecting in this waiting period. When is my person going to reach out to me? When is there going to be a reconciliation? Are we ever going to be together? But the funny thing is that I don't think you're anxious about it. I think you are aware of the fact that your person is going through some sort of seeking journey. They're going through something where it's like they're needing to spread their wings and find their happiness and their fulfillment, and you're waiting for them. But I don't think it's holding you back from... Actually, maybe it is. I'm not sure. You know, take it how it resonates, because, you know, I would never say, you know, sit around and wait for someone. But I feel strongly that you so strongly feel like this is your person, and so you are kind of sitting back and waiting. You have free will, right? You can do what you want. But it's like this person, they're on some sort of self-fulfilling journey right now. But throughout all this, I think you're the moon that's guiding them. I think that you're always there somehow. I think that you inspire this person. I think the end goal for your person is you. You are their kind of like the person when they close their eyes and they think about a future, they see you. Um, they're wanting to express this to you, but there's a blockage here in like some sort of action here being taken. It's not showing up. We have the Ace of Wands that's blocked here. There's some sort of passion that they're kind of trying to bury right now. It feels like it's like almost like you're a temptation, right? Maybe the two of you have had like a lot of cycles together where it's like a lot of back and forth, or there's a comfort with you, there's a safety with you. But they're needing to break out of that. They're needing to kind of spread their wings and go on this self-fulfilling journey right now that's really 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 crucial for their growth, right? There could be an age gap here, whether that's with you or them, but maybe it's like maybe there's something going on with their career where they're needing to travel, or there's something that's keeping the two of you apart right now. So things are kind of silent, right? With the Four of Swords, nothing is really happening with this connection right now. Things are kind of at a standstill, even though feelings are there, right? The feelings are always going to be there. We have so many moon cards. We have 3 cards here that show the moon. So there's something here about your feelings always being present in each other's lives for one another. But what's happening right now with your person is something kind of out of your control. Okay. I feel like, oh, I didn't even show you what's at the bottom of the deck. I'm sorry. We have the Hierophant card at the bottom of the deck. So this talks about tradition and marriage and spirituality, commitment, right? This person, the more I look deeply into this Hierophant card, and I can just look into, it's one of my favorite cards, and I can look into its eyes here. This person is needing spiritual guidance somehow. They lack, it's almost like if you're not committed to, this person is like not committed to anything. This person could have commitment issues. I'm not gonna lie, it's coming through. Maybe that was the issue in this connection, right? Commitment. They're needing to commit to something here. Commit to themselves. Really, commit to themselves. It feels like this person, it's like this person could have like multiple jobs and they can't stick to one thing. I'm not saying that that's happening with your connection where it's like they have multiple options. I'm not picking that up. This person is growing as a person, and spiritually they are growing. And they're having a hard time, or they did have a hard time finding their happiness and contentment. They would fight off things that would make them happy. When I look at these 2 cards, the 7 of Wands and the 10 of Cups in reverse, this tells me that this person would find trouble, or they would fight off good things for them. And maybe that's what they did with you, right? They see a good thing, they got to ruin it, right? There's something here about that. There's just something here about your person not feeling fulfilled in their life. This Hierophant card tells me that this person is needing to commit to a certain path in their life. They need some sort of spiritual guidance. Okay? They could have a mentor in their life that they look up to, right? It's like they're needing to leave this connection behind right now. And that's coming through strongly. Oh my god, the song that's coming through is Peter by Taylor Swift. You said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. You need to listen. It's like very Peter Pan energy coming through. You're Wendy. Literally, like there's a specific lyric where she's like, this always happens when I'm reading for you guys. I lose track of the lyrics, but I listen to the song like a million times. You know what? Let me grab my, I'm gonna grab my laptop. Give me 1 second. You guys, I'm gonna literally read these lyrics. I kid you not. This is the exact message that's coming through for you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna start linking songs, but I'm gonna for those of you who don't really care about music, but this is coming through, so I'm just gonna read the lyrics. So it starts off. She says, "Forgive me, Peter, my lost, fearless leader." Your person's feeling very lost right now. They have no path. That's why we have the seeker here, right? Always seeking something. Um, is it something I did? Question mark. The goddess of timing once found us beguiling. She said she was trying, Peter. Was she lying? Okay, so there's something here about timing being off for the both of you. Okay, there's, again, the like Peter Pan syndrome, right? Always, like, this is someone who kind of wants to stay young forever, right? That you can't be sitting by the window waiting for this person to, you know, grow old with you, essentially, right? This person has to find their own path, their own fulfillment. No matter how long it takes, they need to do this, right? I thought it was goodbye for now. You said you were going to grow up, then you were going to come find me. You said you were going to grow up, then you were going to come find me. Okay? So, words from the mouths of babes, promises oceans deep. Ocean, okay? Lots of emotions here, lots of feelings here. It's almost like this person was telling you all these promises, right? They were telling you, you know, we're going to have this 10 of coins, future, kids, marriage, whatever. You know, I see a future. They're telling you all these good things, promises, right? Promises that aren't being fulfilled, right? Let's see. I'm trying to find other. We said it was goodbye for now. You said you were gonna grow up and you were gonna find me. So it's like the way the two of you ended your connection, um, you know, it ended as like, you know, we'll see where things go, and then you're not hearing from this person, right? They kind of just up and disappeared. But let me read the last bridge here, which is very significant to your connection, okay? And she says, and I won't confess that I waited, but I let the lamp burn. As the men masqueraded, I'd hope you return. With your feet on the ground, tell me all that you learn, 'cause love's never lost when perspective is earned. You said you were going to come and get me, but you were 25, and the shelf life of those fantasies has expired. Lost to the Lost Boys chapter of your life. Forgive me, Peter, please know that I tried to hold on to the days when you were mine. But the woman who sits by the window has turned out the light. Okay? That is so, like, literally exactly what I was thinking. Exactly what I was thinking. So I hope that song resonated. I hope that brought you, like, you know, the message that I was trying to say, okay? So, again, this person, it has to grow up, right? They have to commit to something here, right? Now, I'm not saying that these promises, right? I'm not saying that these promises won't be fulfilled, right? I'm not saying that. But right now it looks like their feelings for you are there. They're present, right? But this person's essentially their goal right now, it feels like, is to seek out whatever they need to do. Do whatever you need to explore the world, travel. I'm getting, for some of you, this is like an age gap, right? Explore the world, see things, right? But through all of this, their hidden feelings for you are still present, okay? Again, the moon is guiding them. You are their moon. You are their light. So you don't need to sit by this window and wait, right? If you know intuitively that this is happening for your person, right? That this is happening with them, you know that you are still in their heart somehow. This might just be the clarity that you're needing with your person, right? That you know, you'll always be with them. You'll always be with them, no matter what. That's coming through strongly, okay? And that's something that I think that you just needed clarity on, is that you'll always be with them, no matter the journey. No matter where the two of you are in the world, I truly believe that this person has you in their heart. I don't know, I'm getting always and forever, forever and always. Maybe the two of you used to say that to one another. I'm getting for some of you, you've known this person since you were a child. For others of you, this is someone who, again, an age gap, so they could be younger than you. But it feels like there is something here about your person needing to, if you resonate with feminine energy, like if you are a woman watching and this is a man that you're asking about, this is someone who's needing to literally spread their wings and explore the world, right? This is someone who, that you could be like in your 30s and they're in their 20s. Feels very much like they're still trying to figure things out, but there's nothing you can do about that. That's kind of out of your control. But anyway, back to your person's feelings. They're having their time of their life. They're having the time of their life right now. Sorry, pile number 3, I had to pause for a second, but yeah, it feels like your person, they're having fun, but not in the way that you think that they're having fun. It feels very much like this person's, they're really wanting to just seek something. I'm really drawn to the seeker card, right? So they're really, really wanting to find some kind of purpose, right? We had the Hierophant card at the bottom. So again, this person is going through a very intense spiritual journey. I'm not seeing them like out and about having fun, dating other people or anything like that. I feel like this person just wants to find their happiness. They want to be content in their life. They want to feel happy. But I do see them, you know, with this 4 of Swords and the Strength card here, that they think about you. When everything is quiet, when they're kind of like disconnected from the world. I don't know why I'm picturing a person who's like in a cave. I know that sounds so like, it feels like this person could be traveling to really, really spiritual environments or spiritual countries, or for some of you, I'm getting like this person is going to, like, from what I've heard, Arizona is like a really spiritual hotspot for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why I'm picturing this person going to like the desert or a cave. Maybe this person is traveling to the Middle East. Very, very beautiful spiritual places over there. But it seems like they're kind of like off the grid, this person. So I'm not saying that this person is like essentially like what you think they could be doing, which is like dating other people, exploring options, blah blah blah. No, I think this person is genuinely seeking some sort of fulfillment and spiritual guidance in their life. Okay, so that's coming through strongly. When everything's quiet, especially at night with this 4, I'm really drawn to this 4 of Swords. I think this person does think about you. Again, you are their moon. You are their guiding light. I think they look up in the sky and they look up at the moon and they're thinking about you. So I don't think that you've necessarily left this person's energy, right? I think that you're still there. And that's what's hidden. That's the hidden part, right? It's like if someone were to, like, let's say they're traveling through Arizona, right? And they're going through the desert and, you know, let's say they come across a group of people. These group of people don't know their story. They don't know their relationships. They don't know their relationship with you. They probably don't even, I don't think this person talks about you. Again, this is hidden. I really think that you were like a catalyst to this person's change, right? Like there's something here about you made them really, not necessarily like you made or forced them to go into this like seeking journey, but I think that you have certain magical qualities about you that have helped this person gain some sort of realization that they should be seeking their own happiness, right? And their own success. Okay, let's pull some oracle cards. I think you're very special to this person. I think you were a very key person to their life, essentially. I feel like I'm here to give you clarity about how this person truly feels about you as well. And I think that you've sat there in this expectation energy wondering if they feel anything for you, if they think about you. I do think they do. I think you're there in the back of their mind no matter what. So let's see, what hidden feelings does pile number 3 need to know about? Ancestral karma. It's not focusing. Oh my gosh. There you go. They're clearing negative ancestral patterns that were passed down through generations. Don't rush the journey. Oh, you know what I'm getting? This person could be traveling to like their ancestral like land. Do you know what I mean? Like they could be traveling to where their parents come from, where their grandparents come from. Like they're going through like their lineage somehow, which is also helping them seek fulfillment. Okay, that's very important. They're going through a very, very important journey right now. So we have Dark Night. They are experiencing massive upheaval to help them align with new levels of love with themselves and the connection. Yeah, finding what makes them happy. Then we have until the both of you learn to let your guards down and be vulnerable, this love will continue to be a battle. Okay, I don't know why the camera is doing this all of a sudden. So things are not clear right now for this connection. Things aren't clear yet. Things are still kind of in like murky waters, essentially. Okay, let's continue. We have gossip. There's a lot of gossip that surrounds this relationship that is affecting not only their judgment, but their vision too. For some of you, that could resonate. There could be talk, okay? There could be, possibly. But only take it if it resonates. Frequency. They're aligning... What is going on with this camera? I am so sorry, you guys. They're aligning to the frequency of love and operating at a high frequency vibration with openness to receiving. Okay, and then we have breakthrough. They're planning right now to come towards you to ask for a second chance. Expect communication real soon. I think eventually you're gonna get the whatever you were waiting on, right? Whatever expectation you were waiting on, I think that'll come through. Whether that's communication, I think it is communication. There's something here about clarity being presented to you eventually, not right now, but I think eventually there's something here with like you getting some sort of answer, right? From this person. At the bottom of the deck, we have uprooting. They're leaving all that is familiar to them or a long-term relationship to start a brand new life with you. So this uprooting card really connects me to this energy of your person needing to leave behind certain patterns of behavior, certain lifestyles that aren't serving them. Even like that whole ancestral lineage thing, right? There's something here about your person undergoing a very, very intense life change. And they're needing to go on this seeking journey right now. And that is something that you have accepted or are currently accepting, right? That you need to let go of this situation right now. I think eventually there will be some sort of communication coming through, some sort of clarity that you're seeking about the situation. But I think right now, they're on a really intense spiritual journey, but I don't think that you've left their heart. I really, truly don't think you've left their heart. I think that you still linger. I think this person still thinks about you. Yeah, that's the message. Pile number 3, I hope that really, really resonated with you. Please like and subscribe. That helps the growth of my channel. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can do so by clicking with the link in my description and purchasing your reading. That being said, thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you guys in another reading. Bye.